How does a partner bind the firm by his whole act? How does his act affect the firm or a third party? Is it that when he does the act in the name of the firm, the whole firm is liable, or only that partner alone? Hello, everyone. This is Nitika Bachawat, and today I'm going to discuss with you the authority of a partner to act in the name of. But before I start with that, I have some important announcement to make. Yashas Academy, in collaboration with Unacademy, we have launched our fast track batch. It's a 100% English and it's a fast track batch. The batch had started on the 25th of August, and this batch is for the December 22 attempt. Before I go into the batch details, we had a fantabulous results we had in the June exam where the highest score was 360 out of 400 with amazing result which you can see on the screen. The batch Hustle with Yashas, which is a fast track batch for the CA Foundation, had started on the 25th of August. The class would be conducted by Shandar Ahmed sir, would be taking up economics. I, Nitika Bachawat, I'll take up law for you all. Hardik Thakkar sir would be taking up accounts for you. Anil Mishra sir up maths and stats, and the ma'am had taken BCR. The batch schedule is that the classes had started on the 25th of August, where law classes were there. Chandar Ahmed sir's classes will start on the 19th of October. Hardik Thakkar sir classes started on the 26th of September. Anil Mishra sir's on 16th September, and Pooja ma'am's on September. The batch would be conducted in two sessions of 2.5 hours each, that is 5 hours a day, 3 to 5:30 and 6 to 8:30. So, what are the features of the batch? You have India's best educators, 600 plus live interactive hours, revision and practice classes, structured courses and PDFs, unlimited recorded, yes, you have unlimited access, and live tests and quizzes. If you are taking up the plus subscription, the features that you will get is interactive live classes, structured courses and PDF, live test, open houses, digital and academy community, and unlimited access. If you are taking up the iconic benefits, apart from all of these benefits, you also have one live mentorship. You have printed study material doubts all. Book your Okay, we also have evaluated test series for the subjective test series of 30, 60 or 100 marks. It would be based on the exam cycle, just on the ICI pattern. And in case of economics and maths, it would be an MCQ as is there in your exam. The questions are professionally prepared on the ICI pattern. Monthly test will be conducted for every subject. Choice of learner to solve the paper within 7 days of exam with any examiner of your any learner, any teacher of your choice. You can solve, scan, and upload the paper, and the paper will be evaluated, and you will be getting your answer script in 7 days, and you will be provided with a detailed answer, that is the suggested answer just after the. We also have daily scholarship test for CA, which is available for both foundation and intermediate levels. You can go to the Unacademy, for free app. There you can click on start the test and start the test. We also have one-to-one live mentorship in the Iconic program. You can book a slot to get the help of these mentors who will guide you throughout the process of your CA. For the Foundation Plus subscription, we have 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, and 24 months, where 3 months is 377 per month, which is totals to 11,000. 6 months is 200 per month, which totals to 13,200. 12 months is 1467 per month, which totals to 17,600. 18 months is 1167 per month, which totals to 21,000. And 24 months is 1008 per month, which totals to 24,200. You can take up the Iconic subscription. We don't have a 3 months option here. You have 24 months, 18 months, 12 months, and 6 months. 6 months is 3,550. I'm so sorry, per month, which totals to 21,100. 12 months is 2,458 per month, which totals to 29,500. 18 months is 2,000 per month, which totals to 36,000. And 24 months is 1,742 per month, which totals to 41,800. I hope you got the details. Let's move on to the implied authority of a partner. What exactly is an implied authority? So, as we know, the basic concept of partnership is equal agency. That is, when a partner does the act on behalf of the firm, it is not just the firm who is the partner who is liable, but the whole firm is liable, right? So, this is known as the implied authority. What? The authority of a partner to act in the name of the firm and to bind the firm by his act. So, when he does any act, it is not just he alone who is liable, the whole firm. So, let us say ABC is a partnership firm which deals in rice. Okay. Partner A places an order on the firm's letterhead. What is firm's letterhead? So, we have these letter pads where the name, address, the details of the firm, the what they are dealers in, all this is pre-printed. On the firm's letterhead, he places an order for 1000 kgs of rice. Right? So the order was placed by A. So when the order was placed by A, is B and C liable by this act? That is, when T delivers the goods, is A alone liable to pay or the whole firm has to? Obviously, the firm is liable. So, when the partner is doing any work in the name of the firm, is it the firm who is liable? Yes, absolutely, the firm is liable. Now, I am going into the same case. A, B, C are partners of a firm which deals in rice. Now, A, on the firm's letterhead, okay, on the firm's letterhead, he places an order with T for 1000 pieces of Cadbury, right? Why will he place 1000 pieces of Cadbury's order when they are dealers in rice? Now, I will for that I'll have to go and ask A only, right? So, ABC is a partnership firm which deals in rice. Partner A places an order for 1000 pieces of Cadbury on the firm's letterhead with T. He though was super happy. Oh, yo, I'm getting order. Let me deliver the goods. Let me deliver the goods. Happily, he delivers the goods. Now, tell me, is the firm liable? Yes, ma'am. I am पक्का sure firm is liable. Ma'am, he is a partner. Mutual agency होता है partnership में. He is a partner of the firm. Mutual agency is there. Ma'am, he placed an order on the firm's letterhead. अभी तो पक्का without doubt, ma'am, he is liable. The firm is liable. Sorry, is the firm. Now, implied authority means the authority of a partner to act in the name of the firm, to act in the name of the firm and to bind the firm by his acts. However, the act binds the firm if it is done in the usual course of the. So the act binds the firm if the act is done in the usual course of business. Now, you will ask me, ma'am, what is usual course of business? So, to be very honest, I really cannot give you any fixed definition as to what is usual course of business. Because usual course of business also differs from business to business. If it is a lawyer's firm, filing of cases or withdrawing of cases is the usual course. If it is a banking firm, issuing of checks, honoring of checks, or dishonoring of checks is the usual course. If it is a trader's firm, buying or selling of goods or taking of loan is the usual course. But when my firm deals in sugar, I'm so sorry, when my firm deals in rice, I'm so sorry. Obviously, Cadbury is not my usual. Is the firm liable? Absolutely. Absolutely no. So, the Any act done by the partner in the name of the firm binds the firm, provided the act is done in the usual, right? Now, same case, A, B, and C are partners of a firm. Okay. A, B, and C are partners of a firm, and the firm deals in rice. Partner A places an order for 1,000 pieces of Cadbury. On the firm's letterhead, he places an order for 1,000 pieces of Cadbury. We already established this fact that because the act is not done in the usual course, the firm is not liable. Correct or not? We already established this fact that the firm is not liable. But what happened? No, the firm, the moment got an order, T to sent off the goods. Arey, order aaya, let me dispatch the goods. When the goods reached the firm, partner B actually accepted the goods. Actually, they had decided to order Cadbury because they wanted to donate, I mean, give it for charity purposes. They had bought these pieces of Cadbury, they would give it to orphan kids. So the moment B received the goods came to the firm, B saw, he accepted the goods, right? Or let us say C signed the receipt. So when the goods were sent, so you will give a signed receipt, no, an acknowledgement that yes, I have received the goods. Otherwise, how will T claim the money from the firm? They will to say we never received the goods. So give a signed acknowledgement. Just let's say C signed the receipt. Is the firm liable? Now, the act was definitely not done in the usual course because my firm deals in rice and Cadbury is not my usual course. So I know the act is not done in the usual course. But can I say, even though not done in the usual course, the other partners have accepted it? Yes, even though not done in the usual course, the other partners have actually accepted it. So, when the act is not done in the usual course, but the other partners ratify it, is the firm liable? Absolutely, the firm is liable. So, if the act is not done in the usual course, oh my god, too many crackers, but the other partners ratify it, can we say the firm is liable? The firm. I hope it's clear. Yes, I hope it's clear. Yes. Now, now there is something that a partner can be given a little more or a little less authority also, right? Extension or restriction of implied authority of a partner. So in the next video, I'm going to talk about it. So I hope this was clear to all of you. Thank you so much.